I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face?
Welcome to Sherpa Dave's Race Recon series. On this channel, I try and make Zwift more fun and more approachable for riders young and old. As you can see, I fall more into the old category myself, but I don't let that stop me. If you like what you see here today, why don't you take a look at some of the other videos that we have on the channel, and if you like those, maybe hit that subscribe button down in the bottom corner. Muir in the mountain course starts in the Fuego Flats pen. You go up Titan's Grove Reverse. Officially the course then starts at the top of there, then it's down the other side and over to the Epic KOM, which is a long ride all the way up. And after that we have to do the radio tower as well, even though you don't get any points for it. Down the other side, a little bit of flat, and then it's up Titan's Grove again for the second time before we finish at the top. Total 33.9 kilometers with over 750 meters of climbing. Where are you going to score your points? Well, there are first across the line for Titan's Grove Reverse, Epic KOM, and then Titan's Grove again. Then there are fastest through segments for Titan's Grove, which we'll go through twice, and the Epic KOM. Power-ups are the feather, the anvil, and the lorry. The feather, of course, will make you lighter, and there's plenty of hills to use that on. The anvil will make you heavier. Now, there is, before the final climb of the Epic KOM, there is a drop down, and that is a great place to use the anvil as you are picking up for that final kilometer of climb. And the truck, of course, you can use anywhere to stay inside draft. Take a look at the DS notes. I've highlighted in orange the 3 KOMs where you can earn extra points, but then broken the ride down as you would logically expect. I love the Velo Viewer 2D view for a route like this, because I think it really gives you an indication of what's going on. Now let's jump over and take a look at bikes. I think this route really needs a balanced bike. There's a lot of climbing, there's a lot of descending. For me, I've dropped those disc wheels because they're very heavy on the climbs, and I think that if you have the Tron, it certainly is the best all-round bike this week. If you don't have the Tron, pick something that gives you a balance of some aero effect, but is also not too heavy. Probably going to go somewhere on this list of suggestions that I have here, which of course I brought in from Zwift Insider's What to Buy at Each Level page, and you should all rush over there now and take a look at that. Let's just jump right into the ride. Flat start out of the pens. This is a very long ride, so I will try and jump around as much as I can, and of course you will have the chapter markings.
circling like vultures round my brain. Couldn't see the danger in your eyes. Draw me in, got me spinning now like water to a drain. You were perfect till I realized you hadn't shown your face. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along. A siren serenade, you're ringing out your praise. Your lungs are wrecking, you know it's wrong. I was deaf to the ringing bells, wanting me to break, deafened by the sirens' soothing lies. I can't leave, I am in too deep, been sinking for a while, prisoner to the same thing I despise, devoted to a fake. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along. A siren serenade, you're ringing out your praise. Your lungs are wrecking, you know it's wrong.
Titans Grove KOM, first time round on the lead-in. It's 910 metres up, only 39 metres of elevation gain, and it averages 4.3%. That's pretty consistent. It doesn't get above 5% as we go up here. Pace will be extreme. I've raced this a few times, and on this route, on this lead-in through Titans Grove, everybody's going crazy. If you want to be in the points in the first group, and you have to be pushing really hard to be in the front group on the lead-in time around Titans Grove.
You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along. A siren serenade, you're ringing out your praise. Your lungs are wrecking, you know it's wrong. It's over.
The KOM marker is fairly blind. You don't see it until you're right on it. It's quite small, not the usual KOM gates that we expect. So it's coming into view now. There it is. You will pick up a power-up as you go through here.
Came up short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind.
Approaching Epic KOM now. This is a 9.4 kilometer from the marker to the gate. It averages 4%, but you have to expect extended sections of 7%, and it gets up above 10% for very brief periods. It's a tough climb, no two ways about it, particularly in a long-ish race. I've jumped to high speed for this so that we go up there and it doesn't take us too long. I break the climb into a few different sections, from here to the little flat bit at the castle, then from the castle through the tunnels, then there's that little bumpy bit that comes after the tunnels, and then the final climb.
I'm on my way.
This 3% across the bridge almost feels like flat. You'll be going pretty hard still in the race as you go across here. But as we get across to the other side of the bridge, that's where you're really going to see groups split apart into something more of a conga line.
No doubt, I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt, I'm on my way. to do this. I'm told that love would never lie. Where my head has met my heart and they are beautifully aligned. But sometimes it's hard to remember everything I've done that's brought me to this space. I started with embers, now a raging fire is burning in its place. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall a million times. I'm on my way. As I am now, I'm on my way.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down. Below me, bully boys blow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost, there were only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
What you think about?
So here you can see we're on the undulating stuff. 3 bumps. This one, the third one, is a little bit longer than the others. And as we descend the other side, if you have the anvil, that's where I think it's a good time to use it. You do get up to super tuck speed, which is good, but the anvil will give you that little bit of extra speed as you're going down the hill before the final kilometer of climb up to the Epic KOM gate. Alright, we're on the final climb. It's 1 kilometer, average is 6%. We get to the gate at 20.6 kilometers into the ride.
Because we're never dropping out. Beat Lucky hours beat the big house. Her brains are bigger than the Dow. We've been thinking for ourselves.
Gate comes into view as we go around this bend. There we are, we can see it now. There's the mountain goat to cheer us on. Pick up a power up as we go through. Take a very short rest. Probably because it's a race, you're not taking a rest at all, but at least it's a little flat. And then downhill, and we are onto the radio tower. The radio tower has no pluses to it. It is 1.1 kilometers at an average of 14%. When I first wrote it, I wrote 1 kilometer at an average of 14%, but you know that 100 meters makes a massive difference. There's no easy way to go up here. You have to just push on and just keep pedaling until you get to the top. Back when Sherpa Dave was an awful lot heavier than he is now, going up here every day was part of the weight loss regime. And I still try and go up here as often as I can.
We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Ice and flames call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the same.
We're at the top. In a race, this is where I really struggle because I get to the top and I'm so tired I back off, whereas sensible riders just go faster. Down we go the other side though, and this is your opportunity to hit 100 kilometers an hour. It's certainly where I got my 100 kilometer an hour badge. As we descend, remember there are a couple of places, and here's one of them where you really have to push hard, even though you're on the descent. So the descent pitches up and you've got to push hard, but then you can jump back into super tough, as we can here. The second of those places where you have to push on is here, just flattens out a little bit for a short period at 24.7, and then you can super tough again. There's the third one at 25.4 kilometers, but this one's harder. It gets up to 10%. Your speed just goes away as you are climbing here. You really have to push hard on the power, but it's not for long before you can descend again and get back up to that super tough speed. If you're lucky, you're in a group going down here because that increases your speed even more. I didn't mark it, but this little piece here is another area where you should power through, only maybe for 2 or 3 seconds, just to get over the hump and then back to the -8-9% that we love. Alright, here's another one. Power on as you go through here. This is another extended one. We're over the other side and we're back up to super tough speed now. Now we're coming up to the bridge. I always find in a race that the power really starts to press on at this point as riders smell the end coming, even though we're a fair way from it. This is when people really start to get even more competitive than they have been up until now. So it's 3% across the bridge, and then it steepens again, and we do get a little more opportunity to super tuck. Not now, but now. Alright, start working out where you are in your groups of people. Find someone that you can sit in and take a little bit of a rest. But don't forget, we've got some gravel up ahead, but after the gravel, it's all flat until we get to the other side of the tunnels. Oh look, here we are, the other side of the tunnels. We jumped to 32.7. I'm going to jump around a little bit now because we're on familiar territory.
It's plain and simple, dear. I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn. Your pawn. Your pawn. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. But I can promise that you'll never be the same.
We're approaching Titan's Grove Reverse KOM again. It starts at 38.1 kilometers into the ride. Just like before, it's 910 meters. It's 39 meters of elevation, and the grade is fairly consistent, ranging from 4 to 5%. Here, of course, we have FAL points. We have your time counts towards your FTS, and of course, this is the end of the ride. So when the ride ends at the top of the hill, you get points for where you finish. Apologies for the background noise if you can hear it. We've got a bit of a rainstorm hitting us. Just like before, the KOM end is a little bit blind on the road, and it's not very visible because it's just basically two little piles of rocks instead of the usual gate, and it's going to hove into view right around now because you've almost finished your race. There you go, well done. I'm just going to leave you with the race on a page, the DS notes and the bike choices, or at least bike suggestions, and let the band play me out. Ride on, everybody.